Right, 3:20 p.m. Stads Canal, carrying on reading. I think this is about part 12 or 13 or 14. Just 4:05 now, so I'll record about 15 minutes. Stads Canal. I'm back in Wizard, halfway through a magic king-size ready roll joint. It comes complete with a container to keep it in, which will put it out without damage when you put the lid on. Very civilised. I have had to put it out for a break already. I had a fairly uneventful trip here. I went into Oldensall to see if I could buy an adapter to reduce the size of my guitar lead so I can plug it into a stereo microphone sockets. Everything was shut until 1 p.m, so I went back to John's and he was back from work for his lunch break. I think he was hoping I would be gone by the time he came back. I told him my plan and he was very negative, saying that there were no shops for that sort of thing, the adapter I'm talking about. I told him that I had already found a Dixon's that would be open at 1 p.m. After a cup of coffee, I changed into my leathers and left. I went back into town and was able to buy an adapter in the first shop I went to for a bargain, £2.20. Now hang on a second, I think I've messed up the... Where's the bloody thing? I'm just trying to line up the shot a bit better. Right, I've got to set it up so I can read it. The sun's in my eyes a bit now. Right. Pick that up. Anyway, I bought this thing for a bargain, €2.20 or something nearly as cheap, and I was well chuffed. On the way here, I ignored a road closed sign and found myself on hot tarmac right behind the fucking roller. Whoops. I rode off the side of the road onto the grass verge beside the canal. Eventually, I found a grass bridge to cross and found my way back onto the correct road. Finally, here I am. I stopped on the way and put €3.60 petrol in the bike, and it's back on reserve now. I should have put the tent up first, but I just kept going until I saw somewhere I recognised. Anyway, it's easy going back, as you do not have to go round the one-way system. I'm just trying to pluck up the courage to ask... Where am I? Ask if I can play in and sing for my supper, as I am down to my last 50 cents and no more coffee. Unless I can sneak the flask out like I did at the services outside Liverpool, I am wrecked. Not really, but just chilled. The jukebox is playing. Somebody's watching me. I have managed to keep the top on my coffee topped up, and now I'm just chilling. 4 p.m, Wizard Coffee Shop, Stads Canal. All I have to say is, Ik bin Inuit. Can't read what I wrote here at the time exactly. Und GB mag ik spelen ein Gitarre in here. I'm thinking about it at the moment. The lines are helping me write again. Now the jukebox is playing. Are you really going to do it this time? Are you really going to do it this time? How crazy. It is very easy to be paranoid with this soundtrack in the background. Now I'm sorted on the coffee front, I'll spark up the joint again. Now the music sounds like a reggae band I saw at Bristol. Now Danny Boy is playing. The dog seems to remember me. I wonder if that is good or bad. Maybe my boots smell the same, but I am fresh as a daisy. I think this place is open until 11 p.m. When they come to chuck me out, I will ask if I can play. I should be stoned enough by then. Stads Canal, 9 p.m. 19th of the 9th. 9 a.m. 19th of September 06. Wake up! Wake up! Come out of the tent, please. I had a good night's sleep here last night. I arrived here at my former camping spot behind Tenkate. It was about 11:30 p.m. There was no moon and it was a bit misty, so I had to use my lights as I rode across the grassy field to reach this secluded spot, the same place I was at last time. I must have been spotted riding here last night. The bike was pretty well hidden and I covered the number plate when I saw a torchlight. I wondered at first if it was someone walking the dog. I had not set up my tent by then, so I just waited until the light stopped flashing around the place before continuing to put up the tent. It was pretty dark and I used no lights, but was able to roughly put up the tent. By midnight, I was drinking in the tent, drinking a just warm cup of coffee made from the last cup from my flask. It was not cold and the long grass under the tent made it quite comfortable. I was still pretty stoned, so soon fell into a deep sleep. I woke up just as it was becoming light and a noisy cockerel was crowing. I had a piss before returning to the warmth and comfort of my sleeping bag. In no time at all I was fast asleep again. I was dreaming about Rick's Aunt June and living in London. The police arrived about 9 a.m. and they told me that I must move to a proper campsite. I guess I'll have to try and find out how much it will cost. The tent is still soaking, so I'm just sitting here drinking coffee. 3 cups so far. It is good having the gas stove so I can actually use boiling water to make it. I have filled my flask with boiling water too. I could really do with some dough. I'm going to look at the map to see if I can find where the Christie Bindi campsite is. The bike has been on reserve for about 30 k's now, so I have very little petrol left at all. I should be packed by lunchtime. 10:30 a.m. Stads Canal. Right, I'll stop that and upload this bit now. Where I'm doing this now this is the wrong time of the day for me to be working on the computer because it's I can't see anything. The sun's shining right in the window, isn't it? Where's it bloody gone? Oh, there we are. Right, so minimise that, maximise that. Right, so yeah, that was a That's 10 minutes worth, so I'll stop this now and start uploading that, I think. Okay. Right, stop recording. 10 minutes, 20 seconds.